All right, I was recently talking about the straw man cycle. This is an argumentative kind of dismissal of your argument in which people make your argument appear more extreme than it really is, and they issue a series of demands that you clarify every tiny little possible exception that could possibly exist to the very reasonable point you made, right? And so the question is, what do you do to respond to that? Well, the best thing to do, and the most important thing I want you to know, is don't defend yourself. Don't play their game. What they want you to say is, well, that's not what I meant, or I didn't say that, or I didn't say it was always true. That's what they want you to do. That's the opposite. You're not going to do any of that. What you are going to do is you're going to circle back on your main point, and you're going to reinforce it by continuing to develop it, so that every time they come after you with these argumentative, unreasonable clarifications, you just end up reinforcing your original point and you make it again in a stronger way, right? So if you find yourself in that situation where you say something perfectly reasonable, like the example I used was the sky is blue, and somebody says, well, it's not always blue. Sometimes it's cloudy outside. Are you saying it never rains? Instead of saying that's not what I said, or I didn't mean, or I know it rains, I know it's cloudy, you don't say any of that. You just say, well, the reason the sky is blue is that it has to do with the way that the light is reflected in the Earth's atmosphere, and the sky is blue no matter where you are on Earth. It might just sometimes be covered up by some clouds. And so when people say the sky is blue on Earth, that's what they mean. And that's an example of circling back on your original point and making it even stronger and avoiding being defensive. Remember, these people who are argumentative and difficult, they want you to water down your argument so they don't have to. That's why they've made a straw man in the first place. If they could counter your argument intelligently, they would have done that, but they can't. So they've got to find a way to resolve the uncomfortable emotions they feel by feeling cognitive dissonance. And the easiest way that they can do that is to make your argument appear unreasonable and extreme. Show them it's not.